What's up, YouTube? My name is Ty, financial advisor. Welcome to my channel. Please like the video, please subscribe, and catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. So here is TSLA, Tesla. This finishes at $815 today. That is up 9.78%. So we haven't talked about Tesla in a while here. It's been a pretty rough few months for this stock. Went all the way from 1150 down to the low 600s. But today we're getting some major price action. This did make StockTwits. This was number 1 today. Had over 12,000 mentions. So once again, we're going to analyze it. And there was a reason as to why the stock is pumping so much today. We did have earnings yesterday, and we also have a bunch of price adjustments. So let's check that out. So EPS was $2.27, which beat the estimate of $1.80. So pretty big EPS beat there. And revenue was $16.93 billion, which beat the estimate of $16.92 billion. So overall, pretty good earnings. Big EPS beat, slight revenue beat. So that was really bullish. And today we did get a lot of price adjustments. Oppenheimer adjusts to 1,293, Bank of America 950, Canaccord 815, Cohen 733, Baird 949, Wells Fargo 830, Berenberg 850, Mizuho 1,175, and Credit Suisse 1,000. So for the most part, these institutions are pretty bullish. On the lower end, we have a 733 price target, and on the higher end, we have $1,300 price target. So it seems like the market really liked the earnings. It seems like the apes and the institutions are piling in here, buying the stock up today. And that is the biggest reason as to why the stock went up so much today. But all right, let's jump right in. Let's go ahead and analyze here. So first of all, this appears to be a cup and handle in the making. Bottom of the cup being the yearly low of 620. And there can be multiple possible tops. It can be 838, 883, 958, 1001, 1090, or 1148. And longer term, this is part of an even bigger cup and handle where this has the potential to go all the way back up to 1208 or even the high of 1243. So those are all bullish indicators. That is telling us that the stock should come back up to one of those tops to complete the cup. Here we did have a symmetrical triangle. It was consolidating between 750 and 735, and it looked like it was going to break out either way to the upside or the downside, and we are getting a breakout to the upside now. So the symmetrical triangle was a neutral indicator that's currently bullish, and also this was barcoding between 762 and 644. So that was a neutral indicator, but if this broke 762, that would have been bullish, and it did in fact break 762. So the barcode was a neutral indicator that is currently bullish as well. We do have a gap up created today at 752, so that's a bearish indicator. That is telling us that the stock should come back down to 752 to fill this gap, and that should happen in the short term. Here we have a bear flag forming. Here's the flag pole, and here's the flag. So that is a bearish indicator. That is telling us that the stock may break out to the downside. In the aftermarket here, this is running down to 811. So if this aftermarket action holds, that would be a bearish indicator for tomorrow. That is suggesting that tomorrow the stock will sell off. And if you guys want to follow along, the link to the chart is in the description down below. So right now this is trading between the sideways channel, the rectangle of 817 and 808. So if this goes to the upside, next levels of resistance would be 817, 830, 838, 851, 860, 871, 883, 900, 910, 926, 937, 949, 958, 967, 975, 985, and then 1001. There is resistance above 1001, but we're not going to discuss that right now. And if this goes to the downside, next levels of support would be 808, 798, 787, 777, 762, 752, 744, 731, 720, 706, 697, 686, 678, 668, 655, 644, 630, and then 623. There is support below 623, but we're not going to discuss that right now. So right now at the current price, 815, the channels to the upside and the downside are very wide. So expect significant price action either way this goes. RSI is currently at 66, so not quite overbought and overvalued, but quickly approaching that. So be careful, guys. And this did 47 million in volume today, which is way above the average of 27 million. So this pump today was confirmed by the volume. Okay, guys, just my opinion, not financial advice. So long term, the stock looks bullish. This is Tesla. Blue chip value stock, leader in EVs. It's not going anywhere. It'll have its day again. We have a pretty strong bullish indicator in the cup and handle in the long term. However, in the short term, this has been running quite a bit for the past few weeks, and it's starting to look pretty bearish. We got some pretty strong bearish indicators in the short term in the gap up, bear flag, and RSI. So I do think in the short term this is due for a little bit of pullback before it runs to the upside again. So therefore, if you want to go long, not financial advice, you missed a lot of upside today and the past week. According to the RSI, the current price of 815 is on the overbought and overvalued side. Not officially, but pretty much. If you hold off here and you're a little patient, you should be able to get this back at a much better price. So again, there is a gap back at 752, which was created today, and I do believe it will come back down there to fill the gap in the short term. Again, in the short term, this has the potential to come all the way back up to 1148 to complete the cup. So from 752 up to 1148, that would be about a 55% upside potential. So huge upside potential in the short and long terms, and it really shouldn't go too much lower. I would say at most, this comes back down to 668. There's very critical support there. It's going to take a lot of selling pressure to break that. So I would say going along at 752 where the gap is would be a low risk, high reward play. Definitely worth a shot in my opinion. Can't go too wrong there, buying in at 752 and holding for the long term. So I don't like the entry of 815, but I would support going along at 752 and lower. And if it pulls back, then you can just average down at the supports that I mentioned before. Now, if you want to go short, not financial advice, it's personally too risky for my liking. I wouldn't go for it, but you should be able to make some pretty decent money here going short. Again, this should fill the gap at 752 in the short term, and from the current price of 815, that would be about a 10% downside. Again, this may come back up to 1148 in the short term to complete the cup. So I would say going short at the current price, 815, would be a high risk, low reward play. So as long as you're able to withstand some upside pressure, you should be able to make 10% to the downside here. But it would definitely have to be a quick scalp. Get in, get your money, get out. You definitely don't want to hold this one on the short side for any extended period of time. So if you want to go short, please do that at your own risk. And again, I would cover at 752 where the gap is. But honestly, there are better short plays out there in the market, and you're probably better off just avoiding this one and moving on. So pretty straightforward, guys. Great earnings, a lot of price adjustments, a lot of ape and institutional money coming in here today. Long term, the stock still looks really bullish. Blue chip value stock not going anywhere. But in the short term, it's probably due for some healthy pullback before it runs to the upside again. So if you want to go long, you missed a lot of upside already in the past week. 815, not really the greatest entry at the moment. If you're a little patient, you should be able to get this back at 752 where the gap is. And that should pay off pretty big long term. Low risk, high reward. Can't go too wrong buying in at 752. And if you want to go short, it is pretty risky, but you should be able to make about 10% on the downside here. But it would have to be a quick scalp. Get in, get your money, get out. So I can't support going short at the current price, 815. And again, I would cover at 752. But there are definitely way better short plays out there in the market. Honestly, it may be a better idea just to avoid this one and just moving on and looking for a better play. So if you want to go short, please do that at your own risk. So congratulations to everyone who made money in stock today. And good luck to everyone currently in the stock and to everyone looking to take a position. This is TSLA, Tesla. Thanks everyone for watching today. I appreciate you guys. Please, like the video. Please subscribe and catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. You apes already know, diamond hands to the moon. I'm Ty. This is Smarter Gambling. See you guys tomorrow. Peace out.